Reaction has been swift since yesterday's Supreme Court of Canada ruling expanding the definition of medical marijuana. It now means pot brownies, cannabis oil, all legal for people with a prescription. It was welcome news for some parents, including Alex Repetski, whose daughter Gwen has epilepsy. He's been giving her cannabis oil 3 times a day to help control her seizures. He joins us in studio today. Thank you for coming in to talk about this.
Thank you for having me.
So essentially, you've been doing this, but it's been illegal.
Yeah, we've been doing it for 8 months, legally obtaining the dried cannabis with a prescription note from doctor, et cetera, et cetera. It's been illegal to convert it to oil. She doesn't smoke, so it's the only choice.
And tell me about your daughter's life before you gave her, medicinal marijuana, and after.
So if I rewind 9 months to last October, she couldn't really do much. She could barely sit on her own. She was still having seizures. She had been on 8 different medications, anti-epileptic drugs. None of them controlled the seizures. She was having massive subclinical activity, so it's basically like seizing constantly in the brain.
So subclinical activity, meaning seizures are going on, you may not see it.
You don't see it at all, no, but they're happening. So it's basically turmoil and chaos all the time.
And throughout this, your daughter's ability to grow on all levels, emotionally, physically, is stunted.
Yes, her development basically halted. We're continuing with therapy, but she wasn't acquiring skills almost at all.
You were at your wit's end.
We certainly were.
And then you decided to try this medical marijuana. And at first, what did the doctor say, when you said you wanted to do this?
Well, I actually thought about it about 8 months before that, or a year before that, and maybe 14 months. And doctors initially were kind of like, no, there's not enough research. I presented them with a lot of logical arguments, academic sources of data, anecdotal reports. And one of our doctors was kind enough to take the time to comb through all of that and decided that although he couldn't guide me on dosing, he didn't feel it would hurt her in any way, and nothing else was working, so he gave us a prescription.
And how soon did you notice a difference?
Well, we started her on a low dose after I made the first batch of oil and got the lab test results back. The second day, she had a minor seizure. This was mid-November. And then after that, she has not had a seizure since.
Even a subclinical?
Nothing. We had her 17th EEG in January, and it showed no seizure activity at all. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel that this is, something that you've provided the quality of life for her? However,
it's great. I mean, she's crawling, she's learning to walk, she's playing with toys, she's feeding herself, she's bothering her brother. Her quality of life is 1,000% increased.
Probably fair to say as a parent, you're going to do whatever it takes.
Of course.
To do that, legal or not legal. But now that it's legal, how does that help you out?
Well, I was willing to do it before, and I did. But now that there's no fear of prosecution, it takes a weight off and hopefully opens the doors to other people having better access and research.
Yeah. Well, it's great to hear that Gwen's doing well. Thank you, Alex, for coming in to share your story.
You're welcome.